Ever heard that distinctive ping? That sharp, metallic sound echoed across the battlefields of World War II, signaling both an empty clip and a moment of terror for the enemy. That is the sound of the M1 Garand, the rifle that General George S. Patton called the greatest battle implement ever devised. Today, we're re-diving into the story of this legendary weapon and how it gave American soldiers a decisive edge. Before the M1 Garand, the world's armies were equipped almost exclusively with bolt-action rifles. Think of the German Kar-98K, the British Landfield, or the Japanese Arisaka. These were reliable, accurate weapons, but they had a significant drawback: rate of fire. After every single shot, a soldier had to manually work the bolt to eject the spent cartridge and load a new one. This action, while quick for a trained soldier, created a crucial pause in combat. It broke their focus, forced them to take their eyes off the target, and dramatically slowed down their ability to lay down continuous fire. In the heat of battle, those seconds were an eternity. The battlefield rhythm was dictated by single, deliberate shots. Enter John Cantius Garand, a brilliant, self-taught firearms designer working at the Springfield Armory in Massachusetts. For nearly 2 decades, Garand painstakingly worked to create a reliable, mass-producible, semi-automatic rifle for the U.S. military. The challenge was immense. It had to be rugged enough to withstand the mud of Europe and the jungles of the Pacific. Simple enough for a GI with minimal training to operate and maintain, and powerful enough to be effective at standard combat ranges. After countless prototypes and refinements, his masterpiece was ready. In 1936, the U.S. Army officially adopted the U.S. rifle caliber 30 M1. So what made the M1 Garand so revolutionary? It was all about the action. The M1 is a gas-operated, semi-automatic rifle. When a round is fired, a small amount of the expanding gas from the gunpowder is tapped from the barrel and used to cycle the action automatically. This ejects the spent casing and loads the next round from an internal atround clip. All the soldier had to do was pull the trigger. No more manually working a bolt. This meant Aggie could fire all 8 rounds as fast as he could aim and pull the trigger, maintaining a constant sight picture on his target. This fundamentally changed the nature of infantry combat. An American rifle squad could now produce a volume of fire previously unimaginable. A single soldier with an M1 could effectively suppress an enemy position, pinning them down while his comrades maneuvered. A squad could unleash a hail of 30-06 rounds, creating what was called marching fire, allowing them to advance while maintaining constant pressure on the enemy. The individual rifleman was no longer just a single-shot threat. He was a source of sustained, accurate firepower. This advantage did not go unnoticed by their adversaries. German soldiers, armed primarily with the bolt-action Kar-98K, were often shocked by the sheer firepower of American infantry units. They were trained for a different kind of fight, one where you could anticipate the pause after each shot. But against the M1 Garand, there was no pause. It's just a continuous stream of incoming fire. German battlefield reports and post-war interviews are filled with accounts of their dread for the Garand. They learned to listen for that famous ping, the sound the en-bloc clip made when it was automatically ejected after the last round was fired. For a brief moment, they knew the American soldier was reloading. It was often their only chance to move or return fire without being cut down. This sound, while a tactical vulnerability, also became a psychological symbol of the Garand's relentless firepower. The Germans even tried to develop tactics to exploit it, but in the chaos of a firefight, it was a desperate gamble. The M1's impact wasn't just felt in Europe. Its brutal jungle warfare of the Pacific theater, its semi-automatic capability was a lifesaver. Close-quarters combat against ferocious Japanese banzai charges required immediate and overwhelming firepower. The M1 Garand delivered exactly that. While the Japanese Arisaka was a fine bolt-action rifle, it simply couldn't compete with the rapid-fire capability of the Garand in a sudden close-range ambush or a desperate defensive stand. Marines and soldiers in the Pacific cherished their M1 South, trusting them to function in the horrific humidity and mud that would cripple other, more complex weapons. The M1 Garand was more than just a piece of steel and wood. It was a symbol of American industrial might and ingenuity. Over 5 million M1 South were produced during World War II, an incredible logistical feat. Factories like Springfield Armory and Winchester worked around the clock to arm every GI with this game-changing rifle. It was a weapon that perfectly embodied the American approach to war, equipping the individual soldier with the best possible tools to achieve victory. It gave the common infantryman a level of power and confidence that was unmatched on the battlefield. After World War II, the M1 Garand continued to serve with distinction in the Korean War, where it again proved its worth in the rugged, mountainous terrain. It remained the standard U.S. service rifle until it was officially replaced by the M14 in 1957. But even then, the story of the Garand wasn't over. It continued to be used by reserve units and allied nations for decades. Today, it's a highly sought-after collector's item and a favorite among competitive shooters. It's a testament to its timeless design, accuracy, and historical significance. So, the next time you see a World War II movie or documentary, listen closely. You might just hear that legendary ping.
Oh.
It's more than just a sound effect. It's the sound of a revolution in warfare. The sound of a rifle that gave American soldiers a crucial advantage and helped shape the outcome of the war. The M1 Garand wasn't just a great battle implement, it was the rifle that defined a generation of warriors and left an indelible mark on history. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this look back at military history, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories like this. Let me know in the comments what piece of historical tech you'd like me to cover next. See you in the next video.